All right, I'm gonna be honest. The quail didn't make it home. I ate those already, but the duck is what we're gonna cook up. I get so excited because eating mallard meat is literally my favorite thing on the planet. Now these mallards here, I dry aged them, meaning I hung them in a cooler for about 6 days, completely whole. Didn't take the feathers off, didn't take the guts out, nothing. Just in a 32 to 34 degree cooler, left them hanging, pulled out the meat. I actually went skinless and fatless with these breasts. Not something I always do. I actually prefer the fat and the skin on them. But with these, I decided to take them off for this recipe because I know a lot of you probably have duck breasts without skin and without fat in the freezer, ready to go. And now you can do this. All right, you're gonna add just enough olive oil to coat the bottom of the pan, cover out the bottom. Then we're gonna add our shallots and garlic. Okay, now we're gonna be cooking these guys for 5 or 6 minutes. We wanna get them nice and translucent. Just gonna keep moving around, let them get nice and hot. Now the mushrooms actually hold a lot of moisture. So when you put these in, you're gonna kinda cook these till all the moisture is released and they're cooked down pretty good. And this is gonna flavor the mushrooms really nicely. See the moisture coming out of those mushrooms, getting all shiny. Now, I'm gonna add a 1/3 cup of vermouth, which, depending on who pours it for you, is roughly that much. Stir that around. I'm gonna let this cook down for 2 to 3 minutes, that way the kids don't get a buzz. 1½ cups of broth. Now it's gonna cool everything down fast. So you're gonna leave it at medium-high heat and kinda let it build back up its heat. And then once it starts to simmer, you're gonna buckle it back down to low and you're gonna leave that for about 30 minutes. This is cooking down nicely. It'll really thicken when it's ready to go. In the meantime, come over here, drop some olive oil in a pan. We're just gonna sear these breasts. It's important that you want duck to be medium rare. Most people just say rare, people that know what they're talking about when it comes to duck. But I'm just gonna salt and pepper, crazy. The breast, because I dry age it, it's like really tacky. You can feel that tackiness, and that's because the muscle's already been broken down nicely. All right, oil's getting nice and hot. We'll drop these puppies in. Oh yeah, that's the sizzle. All right, while those guys are sizzling and popping, come over here. Just about all the moisture's gone out of this, and you don't want it to be, you still want it to be moist, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off of this guy. Just let these finish simmering. And by the time the duck breasts are done, these will pair well together. Okay, duck breasts are almost done. These guys quit simmering, so we're gonna add in our heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of whipping cream. Then we'll add our cheese. Keep that moving. And that will thicken everything up really nicely. All right, now that that's thickened up nicely, add the herbs as well. Those cook down. Now, the nice thing about this too is you're finishing the sauce, you're giving the meat a chance to rest, which is imperative for the juices to stay in. When people say, what does that even mean? Like the resting? Essentially, it's just letting the meat settle back down from all the heat going through it, and it allows it to absorb up all the juices back inside it, making it better. If you cut it too soon, everything kind of runs out. I've never been much of like a presentation guy as far as making it look pretty, especially when I'm eating it myself. So this might not necessarily do that, although that beautiful red center of this meat would make you think it's Christmas time. Regardless of what it looks like, that is going to be tasty. Grab a fork. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that is fantastic. I'll tell you what, it is different when you dry age it. So hang your ducks, and it'll make this recipe and just about any other one worthwhile. Again, I recommend keeping the fat and skin on, but if you've already got some in the refrigerator or in the freezer, this is the recipe for you. Check out all of our other recipes at thegreenwayoutdoors.com. Stay green.